Pants in the city, paws in the street, tails out right to an urban beat. From the dogs and the cats to the parakeets, all of us, we all never see. Fins and feathers and scales and birds, critters and squeak and chip and purr, wagging their tails to an urban beat. Yes, yes, yeah, we all know the sweet.
Bengal cats, domestic tabbies that have a wild side. They have been called living room leopards and are becoming fashionable feline pets among urbanites and city folk who want to bring a little slice of jungle into their homes and apartments. But these Lilliputian leopards tend to be bred in catteries outside of the cities, in quaint towns like Califon, a charming and scenic borough of Hunterdon County, New Jersey, located about an hour from Midtown Manhattan. Here, Victoria Jeffers has been breeding these magnificent creatures for 12 years. We visited her at the Anjou Cattery to learn about these wild-looking felines, who do, in fact, have a little leopard blood swimming in their genes.
Over the years, Bengals have become descendants of a hybrid breeding. So the hybrid breeding means two different species are bred together. So the Asian leopard cat is one species and the domestic cat is another. After about 4 generations, these cats are considered domestic cats. This is an active breed, very intelligent and very socialized. A Bengal cat wants to be around you, wants to engage with you, wants to play with you. It's a very energetic, athletic breed.
The Bengal originated in the 1960s, when a breeder crossed a wild Asian leopard cat with a domestic tabby in an attempt to develop a lineage that was resistant to feline leukemia. The kittens that resulted from this union were leopard-looking and gorgeous, and the Bengal as a breed was born. Originally, Bengals were simply spotted cats, like Thursday here. But over the years, breeders have moved toward a much more authentic look, with some continually introducing Asian leopard genes into the bloodline to create the truly wild-looking domestic cat that we see today.
Over the years, we have developed what's called rosettes, which is a dark outline with a lighter center, and that has become more and more leopard-looking. There's a leopard in Asia called a clouded leopard, and we are aiming, many of us, to develop that in our kittens. There are breeders that will keep introducing Asian leopard cats into their lines to that end, so that we get the rounded ears and the big eyes and the thick tail of the Asian leopard cat. At the same time, we do not want to do that at the expense of a sweet and engaging personality.
So the challenge for a breeder with these cats is to maintain the personality or the domesticity of a house cat while achieving the wild look of a leopard or other such wild cat.
Yes. Bottom line is we want a sweet cat. We don't want the cat to act wild. We want the cat to look wild.
As the breed has evolved, the cats do look more and more like the wild cats that inspired their hybrid evolution. But in terms of breed development, there is a divergence where Bengal fanciers sometimes disagree. A number of purists believe that only the Bengals with classic leopard traits should be accepted as a breed standard. However, others, like Victoria, are enamored of a different color variety, the snow Bengal, which, they say, resembles a white leopard and has an exotic beauty and appeal of its own.
There are purists who believe the only Bengals, the only good Bengals, are sort of tan cream background with brown spots or rosettes. And there are those breeders, including myself, who believe the snows, which look like snow leopards, are not only acceptable but absolutely wonderful.
In fact, it is a matter of individual preference, because careful breeding of these cats has resulted in numerous patterns and colors. There are 2 basic spot configurations, rosette and marble, which in turn come in a range of shapes. And there is a spectrum of colors that include brown, beige, gold, rust, tawny, chocolate, and of course the white snow Bengals we see here. But whatever the pattern, these felines have become the most popular of all pedigree cat breeds, as evidenced by the fact that they now comprise the largest class at top cat shows.
They're the most popular breed. If you go to a Tika show, the largest class will be the Bengal class. Right now, Bengals are the most popular pedigreed cat.
What do you think has made the Bengal so popular?
I think Bengals are so popular because they are gorgeous. They're a beautiful cat, and people like the idea of something wild that you have in your own home. So they look so wild and they act so sweet that their dispositions are enough to sell them even if they weren't as gorgeous as they are. They're a lot of fun. So they are willing to walk on a leash. Some of them really love it. They play fetch. There are all kinds of gymnastics that you can teach them to do. You can actually train Bengals to run an obstacle course. And in some cat shows, you will see obstacle courses with Bengals participating in them. So you can't get your regular domestic cat to do that kind of thing. You can't get them. You can get them to use a litter box, and that's about it. But Bengals, you can train them to do all kinds of dog-like things. And I can't keep up with the demand. They're just people. I have a waiting list right now. I have a friend who's got 21 people on her waiting list. So yeah, they're very much in demand.
How many kittens do you produce at this cattery a year, would you say, approximately?
Every year I think I have about 50 kittens born. It varies, but it usually is around 50.
What is the price range for a beautifully marked show quality Bengal?
A show quality Bengal is $1,200 in this cattery. There are some people that might charge less, some a little bit more. That would be, though, for a pet. If I sold the same kitten as a breeder or as a show cat, it would be double that. It would be about $2,500.
If you have more than one Bengal, there may be the occasional cat fight, but these are over as fast as they start, and there is generally no harm done. Bengal owners also have to be careful with the diets of these cats, who require high levels of an amino acid called taurine, which is found in muscle and organ meats. Most experts recommend a mix of premium wet and dry cat food, and some advise supplementing the diet with raw meats. For many, however, these concessions are a small price to pay for having a friendly, playful, miniature leopard in your living room. At the Anjou Cattery with award-winning Bengal breeder Victoria Jeffers, I'm Tony Sawicki for Urban Animals.